Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't recorded a video in a long time. Actually, I haven't sat down to record a video in a very long time. And I've got just a couple of updates that I wanted to share with you guys and answer a couple of questions that I have been asked about my move to Canada. So things have not gone according to plan, and I'm still here in the UK because I'm still searching for a job. But I said, let me go ahead and just answer the questions that some of you have. Now, this is my third time trying to record this video. The first time my SD card decided to crash, recorded three great videos in my eyes. And then when I plugged them in to edit it, the videos just disappeared, like they crashed. Yeah, it wasn't a great experience. And then I tried to record this last week as well. And then the SD card was there's just something going on with SD cards at the moment. So I bought a brand new SD card to record this video. So hopefully I don't have any issues and I'm able to edit, upload and get this all done with. So these are the questions that I have been asked about my move to Canada from the UK. So the first question is, why did I decide to move to Canada? So I've always wanted to live in other countries. I wanted to do this back when I was in my 20s, early 20s, no, mid 20s actually. And the pandemic came and I wasn't able to do so. So now that I have the opportunity to do that, I looked at different countries, and because of my age, there is a limitation as to which countries that I can move to and get a work permit and work there and live there. So Canada was one of those countries, but I've always wanted to live in North America anyway, because I love technology. I am in the business of technology, and with North America being the epicenter of technology, I always wanted to be close to that hub. So this move is mainly career driven. The one thing that I noticed about senior leaders who I admire and I would love to be in their positions one day is that they have worked in different countries, and that has given them like the culture and the experience that they need to grow and excel within an organization. So for me, my career was number one. Number two, Canada is a beautiful country, so I can't wait to explore, go hiking, camping, glamping, whatever we're gonna do. Yeah, I just really want to get out there and explore nature. It's not something that I necessarily do here in the UK, but I am looking to kind of like change my lifestyle when I move to Canada. So second reason why I want to move. Second question is, what has been the hardest part about the relocation? I would say finding a job. It has been extremely difficult. So I've been searching since January, I think even before January, as of this year 2025, and we're now in October and I still do not have a role. And I think it's for many reasons. I do work in technology consulting, so I have been trying to transfer with my organization, which has also been extremely difficult. But also the market right now in Canada, there are lots of technologists. As you can see, a lot of consulting firms are letting go of members of their staff. And because my background is in project management, program management, delivery, there are lots of us out there who are looking for opportunities. And after completing the role of chief of staff, which I've been doing for the last 12 months, I really want to move into a different part of the business around business development, account development. How do we grow existing accounts and build those relationships, and how do we link that with our messaging, our marketing, but also delivery? So for me, trying to find a role like that has been even more challenging, but hopefully I can have something by the end of the year and I will officially be in Canada soon, by the grace of God. Third question, how did I manage to get a visa and what is the immigration process? So I have a working holiday visa, which gives you a work permit to work and live in Canada for 2 to 3 years. Mine is specifically for 2 years. Now, the application process for me was quite quick. It took me about 6 weeks, I think. The longest part was getting my police report back. I just registered online on their official website. I went into a pool of people, and I think about a week or two later, I was sent an email saying that you can actually start your application process. You've been accepted into the pool. I think that's the term, accepted. I'll find the proper terminology and I'll put it on the screen. And on that from that process onwards, it was quite simple for me anyway. But I do understand, depending on the passport you have, where you live, things can be a little bit more difficult. But the working holiday visa program, that is what I went for. And the working visa holiday program is not only related to Canada, there are many other countries that do it: Australia, Japan, New Zealand. These are all countries that I wanted to go and work in prior to the pandemic. But yeah, my time has kind of like elapsed now, but we'll still make it happen in a different way. I'm just not going to have to go through that program. So if you want me to share more details about the actual application process, the things that I had to provide, all of that detail, I'm happy to provide that in a separate video. Just let me know in the comment section. Fourth question is, where do I plan to live? So the plan is still Toronto. For those of you who have not watched my video, I have been touring apartments in Toronto, and there's a couple of vlogs as well, so do check those out. But my budget for apartments is about 2,100 to 2,500 Canadian dollars. I'm very comfortable with that, and it aligns with the sort of lifestyle that I want to live. I am looking at studio or 1-bedroom apartments. I know you can get a little bit more in certain areas, or if you want to live in an apartment which is maybe not new build, but from what I want, that is the sort of range that I am looking at. But I will say, when I was in Toronto earlier this year, I think in July, the rental market was definitely for the renters. There were so many units available, even though it was quite difficult to get appointments, but there were so many units available for rent. Sixth question is about, how do taxes, banking and healthcare work in Canada? So I will be paying Canadian tax, but one thing that I'm really conscious of is making sure that I pay my national insurance and my student loan back here in the UK. National insurance, just to make sure that I do not have any gaps, because you need to have, I think, 30 or 35 years of consecutive payment into your national insurance, or else you do not qualify for your full pension. You never know, by the time I'm like 71 or 72, I may not qualify for full pension, but I just want to have that as a backup plan. And also my student loan, I just don't want the interest to continue accumulating, so I want to continue the payments on those as well. Now, when it comes to banking, I already have a bank account with TD Bank. Amazing service, was amazing, very simple. Yes, you lots of paperwork, so they're still very traditional, lots of paperwork, lots of printing out stuff, all of that, but they have great service. The only thing that I have not been able to set up is my mobile banking app, because I'm in the UK. I can only set that up once I'm in Canada, but I can still use online banking, and I go in there and I check out my bank statement. I've got direct debits already flowing through, all of that sort of stuff, so it has me covered from that perspective. Now, when it comes to healthcare, I do have health insurance. So one of the prerequisites for you to get your work permit when you get to Canada, and by the way, I didn't mention this earlier, but in order for you to get your work permit, it is formally given to you at the airport by border control. The application process only gives you an offer, so you get like a confirmation letter confirming that yes, you are eligible for a work permit. But when you get to the airport, you're going for border control, an immigration officer will do like a mini interview, you give all of your details, you have to share the fact that you have health insurance, and I paid health insurance for 2 years. Very expensive. Very, very expensive. That's where I was given my work permit, only at that point. So I already have health insurance. I do believe there is some sort of health insurance program in Canada as well, maybe something similar to the NHS. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think you can get that coverage for the work permit. I think you need, those are two separate things. But anyone who's Canadian who can correct me and can share more information about how healthcare works in Canada, leave it in the comment section below. And then the last question is, what advice do I have for someone who is planning to do something similar? I would say the younger you are, the better, because these programs are open for young people. And in a lot of people's minds, young people are 21 to 30. So if you're 21, 22, 23, and you're thinking about it, just do it. Apply, figure it out as you are applying as well. I would also say, as you're applying, making sure that you're saving. If you have a dream, you have an ambition, you want to travel, you want to live somewhere else, these things do cost money. So making sure that you are saving for your ambition. When you get there, you don't have that hurdle of, oh, I've got everything, but I don't have the money to go. I don't have the money to pay for the insurance. I don't have the money for X, Y, and Z. So just making sure that you are saving and you being financially savvy, you are making sure that your finances are in a good position. Go ahead and do it. I really admire everyone who done it when they were really young. I wish I'd done it during that time as well, but I was just trying to figure out my career. I really wanted to solidify what I was doing, given the fact that I was moving from a biomedical science degree and now I'm trying to establish myself in the technology field. So it wasn't the right time for me, but I'm hoping now is the right time, and I am very excited to go and start my life in Canada. So if there are any other questions that you have, leave them in the comment section below. I am happy to respond, and there might be some other topics that you guys want me to cover, and I will create another video and share them. But thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to start sharing like when I'm already in Canada and just like setting up my life again. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. But thank you everyone for the well wishes and for watching my videos. I think one video's got like 10k views. I'm like, hey, 10,000 views, okay. But yeah, I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you, bye.